everyone, I'm Christina Marie. This is Chrysalis Creations. Thank you for coming to my channel. If you're not already, please subscribe, like, share, comment below. This video is strictly for my Army wives, current and former, the ones that have been abandoned, forgotten, abused. I met my first husband in high school. We got married. He was in the Army. And now he's in Leavenworth for murder. Our marriage didn't last that long because he ended up shattering my ribcage. And being an Army wife was practically being property. When they're deployed, you can't file for a restraining order. You can't file for a divorce. You are technically not supposed to leave the state. You can get legally separated, and that's what I did. But instead of healing, like most people should do after they leave a traumatic experience, I did what most people do, and that is try to fill the void with someone else because you're scared. So you try to grab the next best thing available because nobody gets married expecting a divorce. I got with this person because he happened to actually be there when I got my ribcage smashed in. And I felt like I owed him my life because if it wasn't for him, I'd have probably been dead too. Which is a big thing for empaths. We always look at the sad, broken, sad individuals, and we think, okay, with enough love, we can fix them. With enough time and energy, we can heal them. I should have saw the red flags. In the first week that we were together, I had to save him from being arrested from the cops because he was drunk and threw a fit and tried to lash out on the police officers. I should have saw that. But in my mind, I also empathized with it. He missed his daughter. He was about to deploy. He missed his family. I felt that. There was nothing physically attractive to me about him other than the sadness. I thought I could help him. I thought that if I saw past that, if I saw past the holes in the walls, if I saw past the broken doors this far over my head, if I saw past all of the calls in the middle of the night from him being overseas and yelling at me for doing stuff that I'm not even doing, that we'd be okay. The Army doesn't train wives to raise children on their own. There's no course or training on how to answer that phone call of them being blown up in a hospital far, far away from you. They don't train you to handle them coming home completely different than how they left. They don't train you to handle being a single mom, pretty much. They don't train you on how to deal with your own depression because you feel helpless. You're taken for granted. your energy is being used. You're just expected to be on the other end of the phone. And it's heartbreaking, because as soon as they come back, 9 times out of 10, they lash out on you and leave. And they replace you with something better in their mind, which is only better because they haven't been screwed over the way you've been screwed over. Their next marriage is going to be 10 times more successful because they've never been through a deployment. Deployments are tough, especially when there's children involved. Especially when, you're got somebody that you can see. Nobody signs up for that. I didn't sign up for that. I didn't sign up to have a kid on my own. I didn't sign up to accept them back and have them turn around and try to push me out of a moving car and end up taking my child away from me and deeming me an unfit mom because they're the ones with anger issues. Just because I didn't call the cops, because I empathized with what they were going through. What do you do in that situation? You go to the next worst thing instead of healing, because how do you heal from that, right? You try to cover it up again, and it's another negative cycle. In your mind, you're like, well, maybe this one can't be that bad. Maybe this one's not that bad. It's the laws of attraction. The give and the take. You need to heal yourself and set up your own boundaries. It's tough. It's hard. You think that if you can show people that you are willing to sacrifice 6 to 7 years of your life for a person, that they'll appreciate that. No, they won't, because you don't appreciate that. You have to learn how to stop the cycle, how to heal yourself. And for me, I chose drugs. I chose anger. I chose alcohol. I chose trying to get back, trying to get even, trying to avoid the hurt and just try to stuff it with whatever I could stuff it. It doesn't seem like it's going to get better at the moment. No. It doesn't seem like there's any way up. But if I can, you can. The answers are always inside, not outside. And nobody has to understand you. Nobody has to agree with you. Nobody has to appreciate your value but you.